Hey YouTube, uh, how's everybody doing? My name's Andre. I'm the owner of a small lawn care company here in upstate of South Carolina. On today's video, we're gonna be doing maintenance on one of our new lawn mowers that we just purchased. It's this time of the year, winter months when there's not much to do. I think for all the lawn care guys, it's the time to do maintenance, because during the summer months, with all the hustle, you kind of don't have time to do that. So winter months is when we focus on our equipment. Some people might say, hey, new lawnmower maintenance, what do you mean? It's a brand new lawnmower, right? But uh, every time I buy a new lawnmower, guys, I like to go through it, grease it up, kind of check everything, because I don't know how they grease them up from the factory. They might be greasing them up pretty good, but then again, maybe not, right? So I just want to make sure everything greased up and ready for the summer. So yeah, but before we get into it, guys, if you like this content, please subscribe, like, share, comment. It would be greatly appreciated. So this is the lawnmower that we're going to be working on today. I checked the engine oil. It's already good, so we're not going to worry about the engine oil. We're going to change it within like 25 hours or so. On a new lawnmower, you want to change the oil within like between 20 and 30 hours, they say. So we're going to do that later on. But what I want to do is I want to grease everything up. Like right here, it's got this little bolt, but I bought these little grease fittings right here. So you want to take the bolt out, put this grease fitting, grease it up, take it off, put the bolt back on. And same thing on this wheel, but on this wheel it already has the grease fittings. I guess the reason why they don't put the grease fittings here is because if you go into like a thick brush or something, you can, I guess, break them off. So that's why they put the bolt, and then you just buy these little grease fittings, grease it up and then put the bolt back on, so you don't have to worry about breaking the grease fittings. So basically, yeah, right here, right there, and also the blades. They got the bearings right there. So we're gonna grease those up real good, and we should be good to go. And another thing, they told me that the tires are a little bit overflated when they come in from the truck, from the factory. So he said you might want to let the air out a little bit. It'll have a better traction, and it's not going to be spinning as much, because when you over inflate the tires, and then they're going to be spinning and you're not going to get as good of a traction. So that's what we're going to do today, just basically grease it up, kind of go over it, make sure it's good to go come springtime. That's where we bought this thing from. Very good guys over there, very friendly, great service, So if you guys need a lawnmower, that would be one of the places. out of many. So I use this like a multi-purpose grease. They have like a lot of different kinds of grease. Like I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference what kind of grease you use, as long as it's grease, right? So that's what we're gonna be using today. You might have to tighten up a little bit more. I think you tighten it up. You gotta go the other way. My son helping me out today. His name is Mark. Say hi, Mark. Oh. So we got one off. Now we gotta put the grease fitting here. Screw the grease fitting right there. And we're gonna do one at a time. You don't have to go like too many times, maybe like 2-3 times. Yeah, I think that's good. So we already got the other one done. We're doing this one. And they also got some grease fittings right here. But if you can see, there's some grease coming out of there. So I mean, they greased them up. You know, I just want to make sure, double check, you know. But it looks like they do actually a good job greasing them up from the factory, you know. Well, at least right here. But we're gonna shoot a few times in the blades, the bearings there, just to be sure. And like you can see here, like you don't have to worry about putting too much grease, because if you put too much, it'll come out. They have like a way of the grease will come out, so it's not like you put too much overloaded. So you ain't gotta worry about those guys. Now in order to get to the grease filling over there, it's like on the other side, so you gotta take these off in order to get to the grease filling there. It's pretty easy, and the grease filling is like right there on the bottom. I'll try and show you guys. Right there. It's like right there on the other side of the wheel there. So it's pretty easy to get to. And same thing on this side. This one's got 3 blades, so there's one in the middle too. But this blade comes out, so you unscrew those 2 things and the blade comes out, and you'll have another one in the middle there. I mean, it's pretty easy to get to. That's why I like these lawn mowers. You know, you can service them yourself, you know, save a few bucks. Obviously you can do all of this at the shop, you know, but we can do this ourselves. So it's good to have a helper, guys, you know. Plus I'm trying to teach him how to do this kind of work. So yeah, it's a brand new lawnmower. Look at that, guys. Huh? It'll never be like that again. After the first cut, you know. That's it. Yeah, it should come out very easily, just. And that's it. Yeah, I see one right there. Right there. That's actually pretty easy one to get to. It's not bad. So we got everything greased up. while Mark putting everything back together, we're gonna top it off, fill up the gas tank with gas. I like to keep my lawnmowers full during the winter months especially. And of course, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already know that, but for your small engines, we use non-ethanol gas, you know. So that's another thing you gotta keep in mind. Do not put the regular gas in there with ethanol. That will pretty much mess up your lawnmower in a heartbeat. So always use the non-ethanol gas for your small engines like the lawnmowers, weed eaters, and all of that stuff, if you want your equipment to last for a long time. And on this lawnmower, it's pretty much, we already did everything except we gotta do same thing on these ones here. Take these bolts off, put a grease fitting, grease them up right here, just the wheels, and we're done, because we already greased up the blades and everything. Changed the oil on this one. This one's only got like 25 hours, so we already did our first oil change and filter. And then the hydraulic oil, you have to do it before 100 hours, so we're gonna do that later on, maybe like 50 hours or so. We'll change the hydraulic oil filters and all of that stuff. So this one is pretty much good to go. So now we're just gonna fill it up with gas, and that's it. She'll be good to go. This lawnmower only got one gas tank. The other one we have, it has two. But this is a larger tank, so you know it's gonna, we can probably cut, I don't know, 5 yards minimum of this one. Of course, you know, smaller yards. I'm not talking about 5 acre lots. So yeah, we got her filled up with gas, and she's ready. Use choke. You have to use choke. Yep. So put the choke down. Mark is still trying to figure out how this thing works. Like I said before, guys, you never had a stand-on mower. This is the first one for us. So. And another thing we like to do, especially over the winter months when you're not using your equipment, is I like to start it up, you know, at least once in 2 weeks, maybe once in 3 weeks at least. I let them run for a little bit, like the weed eaters and lawnmowers. You know, get them warmed up a little bit. That's what I like to do. I mean, some guys maybe don't do that. Let us know in the comment how you guys do it. If you park in your equipment for, you know, 2-3 months at a time. But me, I like to start them up every now and then and let them warm up. But other than that, that's it, guys. We got something going on out here. Got a bunch of police. Might be some kind of funeral. procession. Yeah, it looks like a funeral procession here. Well, we're gonna call it quits here. Thank you guys for watching a short video. In the future, I want to do a lawn care setup video, kind of go over our trailer, pulling vehicle, just kind of go into a detail what we got, you know, as far as the lawn care setup. So stay tuned for that. God bless everyone. You know, have a good 2024 year. And if you guys into lawn care, have a blessed lawn care season this year.